Welcome to the Planetious Leaders Walk the Talk. I am Rohit Korat, the founder of the Planetious Leaders series, where we celebrate the individuals who are driving positive change towards a more sustainable future. Today, we have with us Dr. Aditi Mishal, who is a director of the sustainability, and she is academician, research scholar, sustainable entrepreneur, and corporate trainer, and having an over 21 years of experience in sustainability. So, you have worked in the field of sustainability for over 30 years across various countries. What are the most controversial topics of discussion that you believe need to be talked about more?
Yeah, thank you so much for this kind introduction and for the opportunity to reach out to the audience in regards with the topic that matters the most for us.
Yeah.
Why it matters the most for us? Because it's all about future. It's all about our future generation. It's all about our children.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it also matters for us because we were thinking that climate change and things like that would be impacting the times or the generation to come. But unfortunately, it's already impacting us too at this point of time. So that's why it's very, very important. The biggest challenge when it comes to sustainability or the controversy which is on since the time that we have been talking about sustainable development is when we talk about development, how do we balance it with sustainability? Traditionally it has always been thought that development and sustainability doesn't go hand in hand. To be resolved through an effort with sustainable development, with ESG, with the policy actions, with the young youth-led action, and so on and so forth. So I think it is possible, even though it is quite a challenging task when it comes to bringing both the ends meet.
Yeah.
But over a period of time, one will realize that actually sustainability is only going to lead to development which is meaningful. The other development is truly not sustainable then, in that sense. So, in fact, sustainability will lead to a situation where we can see the world which balances the harmony with nature, balances the harmony with divine, with communities, and with the individual himself or herself. So in that sense, sustainability is actually the core of development, and over a period of time, sustainability will mean business too.
Okay.
Over to you.
Okay. So you have received several awards such as Excellence and Global Innovation Award, like for the Outstanding Women in Global and Sustainable Development at the United Nations CSW 68. So could you share with us like what these recognitions means to you and like how they have influenced your work and motivation?
Yeah, I think since the childhood, I remember the first time that I received the award. It was when I was in third. Means, of course, I may have received award before that too, but I distinctly remember the first time it was in third, and it was the handwriting competition which was held. And I still remember as a child, how motivated we feel that we want to do something good in life now, study more, and do better. And I think the same experience or the same realization happens every time you get an award. It is humbling feeling, but it is at the same time a feeling that there is a lot of responsibility now that the award is bringing to us, leader. With global recognition, in that sense, the responsibility is more towards ensuring that we align ourselves to the purpose of sustainability, and at the same time lead sustainability in such a manner for the corporate, for the institutions that we are representing, and be true to the principles of sustainability.
Yeah. So that's how it is reflecting, like in your the project called the Smart Toilet Tracking System. Like, so what motivated it, and like what are some of the desired outcomes like you were hoping to achieve like in this project?
So basically, the open defecation ODF campaign, which was going on, open defecation free campaign, which was going on, and Honorable Prime Minister Sir's Har Ghar Ek toilet in that sense. During this time, actually, I came across a lot of news which mentioned that the toilets were being made, but they were not used for the purpose that they were made. Either they became the storehouse, or they were not used because the water wasn't there, and so on and so forth. So, and we know that there was a huge amount of money which was invested nationally for this particular campaign. So whatever is measured can be monitored, can be controlled, and can be acted upon. Yeah. So with that effort, actually, we built a system, me along with a few of the students who were a part of this particular project. We built a smart toilet tracking system to understand how we track actually whether the toilets are being used for the purpose. So actually, the sustainable development and technology sometimes are also considered controversial in that sense. But however, I always had a strong belief that actually technology will empower sustainable development. So that was actually the motivation bringing in this particular project. And there is one more factor which I had very strongly felt during that time is a lot of these answers for sustainable development lie in smart governance. So the problem lies in the system. So if we act with a systems thinking approach, understanding what is the root cause and addressing the root cause with a tech-led approach, actually the solution will be very easy and at the same time very meaningful.
Right. Okay. So like from your experience, like how do you believe the next generation can be best equipped to tackle sustainability challenges, like with respect to this project that you have taken into it?
Somehow, all throughout in this journey of sustainability, since my PhD in sustainability, I have been closely working with youth. Yeah. And all throughout, I felt the young generation was more sensitized. Yeah. So this was the generation which was taught about what are environmental challenges, what climate change is, how deforestation is happening, how wildfires occur, what water shortage is, and how cities would be facing challenge of access to even drinking water. Yeah, what waste challenges are, and how the cities would be swamped with dumping sites and so on and so forth. So this was the generation which better understood actually what the environmental challenges are and what sustainable development challenges are, and they didn't just make an effort to understand, but they also wanted to contribute. So I've seen students taking the lead. So we organized MIT with MIT, that is Massachusetts Institute of Technology, Boston, with MIT Media Lab. We organized Kumbhathon back in Nashik with Symbiosis Institute of Operations Management. And when we organized Kumbhathon, there were around 21 challenges in regards with Kumbh Mela which were worked upon, out of which around 10-12 projects were selected for funding. And one of this project actually touched my heart, even though it was not very not too much into tech, you can say, but at the same time it also was looking into the reality of life and looking at the topic which otherwise is not considered, that is sanitation. So sanitation during Kumbh Mela is a big issue, because the same river that you come to worship to that gets polluted due to the large number of people who come. And when the sanitation is not handled sustainably. So we launched the biodigester toilets in collaboration with DRDO. And it was all throughout, it was students who led it. So the students thought of this particular project. Then I decided to help them out. They were with me when we went to Reckitt Benckiser for funding. They were with me getting this particular project approved through DRDO, and then get the product actually made through their vendors. When actually the huge trailer, when these toilets were shipped to Nashik, they were with me. And I don't have photograph right now, but there is a very interesting photograph of my student using a spray, the room spray, like room freshener, from his own hostel room in the toilet. There is another photograph of our students, filling water in the water tank at the toilets. So that is the kind of commitment that the young students have, and these are the students who were doing MBA at a very prestigious institution. So I think what matters is only getting them involved and engaged, getting them partnered for working on all of those projects and programs which actually will lead to sustainable development.
Okay, great. So given your active involvement, can you give us some insights like what the Bhagavad Gita teaches about the sustainability?
Actually, I would say that Bhagavad Gita is the foundational knowledge base for what sustainability actually means. So my spiritual father, he always says that the inner sustainability will actually lead to sustainability outside. If we see sustainability, unsustainability is a reality due to greed. Due to exploitation of resources. And due to the thought that everything is for my enjoyment. But Bhagavad Gita flips that particular consciousness or perspective to a reality that no, I am a caretaker of all of the resources which I have not made. I have been entrusted with all of those things, the stewardship. But actually, though the environmental stewardship, if you see, is deeply rooted into the spiritual understanding of the matter that, these all elements, the 5 elements, they don't belong to us as human beings. They were granted to us as gift for our flourishing, for our growth and everything. So we have to, so what doesn't belong to us, we have how careful we should be to take care of it. So I think inner sustainability comes before the outer sustainability.
Yeah, absolutely right. Okay, so getting into the technology part, like how do you see the technology playing a role in advancing sustainable practices, particularly in your work with the smart toilet tracking system, and what other emerging trends in sustainability excite you the most?
I think technology is very, very critical. And now when I say technology, it's not just IT systems and it's not just that. It also is about innovative, sustainable technologies. So I was working closely with um, the the workforce which is involved in sanitation, and we all know that it is one of the toughest service, yeah, and at times very inhuman, leading to around 700 deaths even today, monthly. So we actually have to ensure that the sustainable technologies are developed, or what we call as co-created,
Okay, like,
yeah, along with the people who are actually going to use it for most effective sustainable practices. And at the same time, it has to also lead to a sustainable solution. Yeah,
yeah,
so technology will play a very, very critical role. And when I say technology, from this simple technology, maybe a simple machine which will reduce the hard, or which will help overcome the hardening of this thing, or which will help measure how much is the carbon monoxide concentration when the sanitation workers are working, to
yeah,
that of a very advanced kind of technology where we are talking about making of hydrogen,
yeah,
and using hydrogen as a renewable energy resource, talking about solar power for that matter, wind, and so on and so forth. But when we talk about all of these technologies, a circular economy approach is very, very important, where we understand that what are the resources we are taking and how do we ensure end of the life cycle. That planning has to be done before that technology comes into play. Now, this is one. Another thing is, I think ESG is going to be real game changer when it comes to achieving sustainable development, where corporates start feeling responsible. So corporates are the institutions which are also responsible for, or at the core of development of nation and global development for that matter. When they start realizing that they are responsible for sustainable development, and then they take efforts to build products which are not just good for marketing, for profits and all of that, but truly good for the environment. Yeah, so fashion for good when we talk about, when it comes to textiles, or when we talk about buildings, the LEED certified and so on and so forth. So that is actually going to solve the problem. So when we say technology, it is so vast and it is integral to the sustainable development.
Yeah, so that's amazing. So what advice would you give to other sustainability enthusiasts such as myself on how we can be doing better today based on our experiences?
Yeah. So actually, just the other day, on 5th of September, I was talking at one of the programs by Indo-American Chamber of Commerce, and I was presenting the topic, making waste to energy work in India. And I started with the statement that today I'm standing here because we failed to bring WTE plants to reality when I was actually consulting a company. So these sustainable development challenges are like huge mountains. Yeah. And we always have heard that particular story saying that a person, tells the Lord that, I've been trying to push this mountain, but it would not budge. Yeah. But then the Lord says, why don't you check out your own muscles? Yeah. You have become strong. Yeah. By working against those all muscles. But I would also say that not just that, but we'll also have to work out the smarter ways around that particular mountain so that actually we can get those things done. And I think that smarter way of doing, for me at least, as a leader, is not working with NGO or not working with I think sitting in the places where you have influence, where you are decision maker, and at the same time you can further sustainable development. That's the answer. That's the smarter way of doing it.
That's insightful, very insightful things that you have discussed. And so I would like to thank you for joining us this session. So it was amazing, and we get to know a lot of things. And I hope that the listeners and the viewers will like this session.
Even I equally enjoyed the discussion here. And to the viewers, I would like to say that sustainable development is not just a profession. Yeah. Sustainable development is the sole purpose that we have come to fulfill in this world.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Yeah, thank you so much.